Okay, we are going to talk about the line of best fit. Yes, Emma. Okay, we can use our scatter plot to make predictions based on if there's a relationship. Okay, so if I ask you to draw a line of best fit, that means that we are going to draw an actual line on our scatter plot to estimate the relationship. Okay. Which is why.
You don't seem to be nice because I'm not even out in school. I don't do. I don't think drinks.
And anything more than 2 minutes is safe. Going to the bathroom. That's all it takes. That's it. What's it? 2 minutes.
So I'm gonna have to do it.
You did.
Oh, she did.
You did. You can stop arguing.
She did.
You weren't watching me all the time. Okay, so I have 4 lines. And we need to decide which one of these 4 lines best fits this data. That's very interesting. Okay. Thank you, Kim. All right, so let's graph these. Do you notice how my X and Y axis, we're counting by 5s here. We're counting by 5s here, okay? All right, so I'm gonna graph in pink. Well, we see the 10s, but do you see how there's like a box in between?
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, so Y equals MX plus B. What is our Y-intercept for line A? $50. This is our Y-intercept, which means we go to the Y-axis. Whoops. At 50, we're gonna make a dot. What's our slope? So we're gonna rise 2, run 3. Rise 2, run 3. You have rulers in your caddies for you to draw straight lines. If I see you using your ruler for anything other drawing straight lines, you will spend time with me after school. Please take your ruler and draw a line through the points that we just plotted. Do the 2 minutes. We're gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Who's my back here?
Okay. How do you feel about this line approximating our data?
It's
I mean, I like the direction it's going, right? Okay, let's see if line B is any better. Let's see, we'll do orange for line B. Okay, what's our Y-intercept for line B? Okay, so we're gonna start at 50 again. Okay, but this time, what's our slope? Okay, so we're gonna rise 3, run 2. Rise 3, run 2, and we're gonna use a ruler to make that line.
that is not the one.
Tatum, why not?
It goes to.
Okay, so Tatum is saying that the direction of this line is not doing a very good job estimating our points. It's going in the wrong. How did I do it wrong?
How do you go over up to over 3?
For the pink, I did do that. So let's just cross out line B we know that one is not gonna work. Okay. Okay, now line C. Blue sounds like a good color. Line C. Where is our y-intercept for line C? 55. So I'm going to put a dot on 55. And what's our slope? Okay, rise 2, run 3. Rise 2, run 3. And with your ruler, what'd you say? Which one do you like, the blue or the pink? Why is the blue better than the pink?
It's like in the middle.
Ah, Kadam, I really like how you described that. So Kadam is saying that the blue line is in the middle of the points. So blue and pink have the same slope. I like the direction that they're going, but he's saying the blue is more in the middle. So blue is better than pink. Would you agree with him? Okay. What do you think about line D? Is line D going to be a good candidate? Okay, so you're noticing what's the same? What is it? I know. What is 3? What is 3 over 2? You keep saying it.
The slope.
The slope is 3 over 2. Okay. So if the slope is 3 over 2, just like the orange line, didn't we already decide that that wasn't great?
Yep.
Okay. If we go up 3 over 2. Okay. That's not going to do it for us. Okay. So we know that line C was our best choice because it's splitting the data. It's splitting the points evenly. It doesn't have to be perfectly evenly, but it needs to be somewhere kind of in the middle. Okay. All right. Now, this was nice because we just had to graph some lines. Okay. What happens when we have to draw it ourselves? Okay. So I am going to ask you to actually draw a line of best fit. Okay. So this is what we're going to need to be able to do. So we're going to be able to take a graph and say, all right, I'm going to draw my line. We know how to take a line and figure out what its equation is. Okay. Because we will need the slope and the y-intercept. Okay. So we can find the slope by using 2 points right here, right? We can find the y-intercept by looking at our graph and figuring out, hey, where does it cross the y-axis? And then we can write y equals nx plus b. Okay. You awake? Yeah. Put those away. It's even trying to connect to mine. Yeah, we can listen to your music. All right. So in this graph number 1, we have the age of babies and the weight in pounds. Okay, we need to draw a line. I really like this example because they have a y-intercept for us already. So can we make our life easy by saying, hey, let's use this point. Okay. So now I want you to draw your line of best fit between 2 points that exist up there. Okay. I'm going to choose the y-axis if I have it. Okay. Now, if I choose this point right here, does that look like, if I connect this point, does that look like a good? No, that looks pretty terrible. Okay. What about if I choose that one? That's still not looking real good. Any suggestions? Like that? Like if we use this guy right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is okay because, but I have like, I just feel like I have more underneath than I do above. I probably wouldn't be upset at that one. But I really like if I connect these 2 points, I feel like I have more in the middle, don't you think? Okay, so I highlighted this point at 7 something and I connected those. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your ruler and connect those 2 points. Okay, and let's write down what those 2 points are. What is this point right here that I'm marking in blue? Yeah, what's that coordinate? So what are we counting by on the y-axis? So how many is between 4 and 10? 6. So how many to here?
No,
3. So this would be like, this is 7. This would be 13. So we're going by 3s. Do you see that? Okay. So this point right here is 0, 7. This point right here. What would we call this point?
that is 7 over like about like
So 18, 7, 18. Okay. Write those 2 down. So we drew our line through 2 points that existed. We wrote them down. What can we find?
now you do y.
Hey, I want everybody to take the next 30 seconds and please calculate the slope by taking y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Ready, set, go. Austin, we're finding slope. Austin, can you find the slope for me, please? It's 11. Haley, what did you get for your slope? But what, like, what did you get for your final answer? 11 over 7. All right, Kaylee got 11 over 7. Kaden agrees?
Yeah, but like, and the numbers look so complicated also. Like, say it was like while it was on the 2 and 10, but you just count this slope.
So you can count the slope, but we just have to be careful because the y-axis and the x-axis are counting by different things.
Yeah.
So you have to say, oh, I'm going up 11 and over 7. Okay. So let's talk about this formula. How did she get 11? She took 18 minus 7 over 7 minus 0. She got 11 over 7. I think you did it the other way, but it still gets the same thing. Okay. Now, there's our M. What did we say our y-intercept was?
Oh, it was 3.
No?
It's 3.
What?
6, 7.
We're gonna get there. This guy right here is the y-axis, right? We're hitting the y-axis at 7. So we can write y equals mx plus b. There is our line of best fit. What? So y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. All right, now let's talk about why this is helpful, okay? We can use this line to help us predict, okay? So notice down here, I'm asking how much does a 12-month-old baby weigh?
You do 11 divided by 7. I get that in plus 8.
So you're almost there. You're almost there. Yeah. So let's talk about a couple things. First of all, where on the graph do you see the word months?
At the bottom.
Okay. And at the bottom means what variable is that?
That's 2.6.
Okay, X or Y. This is the x-axis. So when I'm saying 12 months old, I'm saying x equals 12. Okay. Okay, so we can do two things. The first thing we can do is we can say, hey, we have this. Let's take 12 and put it in for x. So let's take 11 divided by 7 times 12 plus 7.
Whoa.
I'm guessing you're not going to do that in your head. So send one person from your table to go get your calculators.
Plus 7.
Don't do that with my calculators that cost money. Okay, 11 divided by 7 times 12 plus 7. I want to know what that is. For algebra and geometry. You don't need them. Hey,
I didn't even say the actual word.
I don't care.
Oh, let's go.
You got a decimal? What is the decimal that you got, Kanaya? 25.8. So would you say about 26 pounds?
Dang, that's a heavy baby.
They're 12 months old.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Kaden, you had another idea of what we could do.
Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah. Oh no, I
Okay.
no, I know. So you go to 12 on the graph, and then you go up all the way up to like the limit. So like that's about 20, about 29 or 20.
About 26. Just like what we got. So Kaden was like, hey, we could use the graph and say, here's 12. So here I am right here, which looks like about 26. Okay. Now, that is totally great. But what if I ask for like 15 months? Well, then shoot, you're not going to be able to do that. You only have this option right here. Okay. Okay. So this is what I think is going to be best for us.